know what I got? I don't even know what I got, but I got a game console for a man. You wanna know how I know it's a game console? Because the box just flat out says game console. Wait till you see what's inside. Skip it up and that up. Oh, Bird, are you tired of having these floppy wallets that are flopping all over the place? Then you should get the wallet from today's sponsor, Exter. Exter wallets are super compact. They're about half the size of a conventional wallet, and they hold over 12 cards and cash. And you could access all of your cards with the simple click of a button, and look what it does. It actually has them all like out so you could see what each card is. I love that. And it has built-in RFID blocking, which protects you against theft and skimming. And it's made of sustainable, environmentally friendly materials like vegan Italian leather. And your Extra wallet will also come with a tracker. The solar-powered tracking device lets you track your wallet's location from your phone. Use the two-way ringing feature or receive separation alerts. And check this out, 2 hours in the sun for this tracker equals 3 months of battery life. So if you're looking to get one of the most convenient wallets on the planet, click the link in the description below to get up to 25% off your Extra order. Again, click the link in the description below to get up to 25% off your order. Thanks to Exter for sponsoring this video. Hey everybody, Rich or Review Tech USA here, where I'm kind of sort of mostly reviewing tech again and doing the occasional news story because of course there's been some news that's been interesting lately. And I'm here with something that I forgot I bought. I think I mentioned it in a couple streams. I forgot it existed and it showed up in this state. This, I believe, I'm not gonna have a link to it for obvious reasons, is a 2 terabyte hard drive that they are disguising as a game console. Does that sound familiar? Does that sound familiar? Wanna know why I'm holding on to this? This has the ROM for the Amiga 500 version of a Castlevania port. Video on that coming soon. Tickled. So I saw that YouTube video and I was like, all right, I'm in. I'm balls deep into this. Let's see what this man has. And this has like, we ain't just talking like PlayStation 1 and older ROMs. We're talking some, at least from his video, and he wasn't trying to sell it, like up to PlayStation 4, but it's not actual PlayStation 4 games. It's PC ports of PlayStation 4 games. Again, I don't even remember who made the video. This is hearsay. So I'm kind of talking out of my ass right now, but this is, oh, you're already seeing him. Come on, come on. Listen to it. Oh, that's gonna work perfect. That is a controller that is in great shape. You know what's sad? You know what's sad? Minus the, hell, is there maybe something in here? Oh God. Oh God, I laughed like Phil. I laughed like Philip Burnell. They just put the dongle for the controller. They don't even have like a compartment. And they just throw it where the... Of course it's AAA batteries too. AAA batteries. For the 3 people in the world that use them, all of these Chinese manufacturers, they love their goddamn AAA batteries. Anyway, why is this not fitting? It fell off, no problem. Oh dear God. I have never had problems putting a door compartment on for batteries, but here we are. This is... I don't have high hopes for this thing. I know I'm putting it on the right way because I see the tabs back here, so I'm not an idiot. Well, mostly. Wow, that was a lot harder than it should have been. Okay, so it's not broken. That's just... That's how they engineered where to store the USB dongle for the wireless controller. I'm sure these are... I have to say, actually, hate to admit it, I mean, they feel cheap. They don't feel like an original DualShock, but... It's not the worst feeling knockoff PlayStation 3 controller I've felt by far. How it actually performs though. I've had these actually feel decent. I can't believe they did that. I can't. They just throw the dongle in the battery compartment. Who? Oh man. Oh God, just listen. I'm guessing these are 2.4 gigahertz then, right? Yeah, you have on-off switches on them. Your mode, switch, select, and start. I'm sure these are amazing controllers that I'm going to have a incredible experience with, but like I said, I have felt much worse. It doesn't mean they won't be completely useless while you're playing a game, but nonetheless, here we go. Listen, have your uncle fart on me. Tell him that make sure he eats plenty of chips so they have like a burnt potato chip smell when he emanates methane from his ass on my face. Okay. And oh God Almighty in heaven. Here's the console. And by console, these Chinese manufacturers are just they're just full mask off at this point. Like they'll just call the thing that they're storing ROMs on a console. They used to try to word it in different ways. They're like, who cares? We're a Chinese manufacturer. What is Grandpa Joe gonna do? I am running this on a B-Link. This has, what is the processor? Jump cut, Jay, I forgot.
You blew it. Okay,
so justifiably so. A lot of you last time said you wanted to know the make and model of the computer I'll be running these emulators off of. This is the B-Link GTR6. This has the 6900HX processor in there, which has 12 compute units of RDNA 2, so plenty of processor and graphics processing grunt in here. 32 gigabytes of DDR5 memory, running at relatively slow for DDR5, 4800 megahertz, and 1 terabyte NVMe SSD in here as well. So plenty of horsepower for probably everything we're gonna emulate on here, I think. Maybe not the PlayStation 4 games. So we're good to go. Oh boy, I can't wait to play video games with this controller. This is me dying inside.
Congratulations.
Alright, so here is the Godot launch box console in all of its glory, and it is a external hard drive. Mechanical external hard drive. But it does have RGB lighting though, and I can't get these controllers to work that it came with. I can't get the fake PS3 controllers to work, so we're gonna go with the 8-bit dough. It's much better anyway. And you plug it in and it works. These do not work. Maybe there's something I'm doing wrong, but I've tried them and they're junk. RGB lighting, baby.
Alright, so this is God of War Chains of Olympus running on the SSPP. I just had to set up the controls. Anyway, we're just going to get a performance test here. Now again, these are stock settings, minus me setting up the controller. Alright, so now here's actual gameplay. Chains of Olympus, let's go. Looks beautiful, super sharp. There's a couple frame hiccups, but that could be loading off the hard drive. This is a fantastic God of Chains of Olympus experience. And if you play this on better hardware, it would only get better. just buy the game legally. Just don't get it this way. Excellent emulation, though. Really like the way this looks. Have zero complaints. This is a premium way to play Chains of Olympus. Alright, after having to do some setup here, I had to set up the controller. Let's try Beautiful Joe running in Launchbox using the Dolphin emulator. And let's see what the hell happens. Oh, good, I can skip all this. Thank God. First time I went through everything. Adults, yes. So this is Beautiful Joe running using the Dolphin emulator via Launchbox on my gaming console, and it's running beautiful, even though I just disappeared for a second. That's weird when you blink. you just disappear. Ugh. I'm sure there's some way I could tweak that and fix it, but besides for that, this looks great. Looks a hell of a lot better than it would have the GameCube, and minus me having to have the Dolphin emulator recognize the controller, which took like 20 seconds, it just worked out of the box. I've done nothing else with the settings in Dolphin. Nice and smooth, very impressive. Moving on. All right, we're gonna do some Sega Saturn emulation, and let's look at the Quake port. That'll be an interesting one. There is no save game, which is sure I'll create one. Yeah, why not? That is half the screen. That is a flickering top of the screen. Oh, this is I don't have high hopes for this. What the fuck is this? Wait. How do you shoot? Alright, that's back and forth. How do I shoot my goddamn weapon? Okay, here we go. There's no sound to that. And how do you run? How do you jump? Oh, there's jump. Oh, this is not an ideal way to play Quake. Normal room enabled. Okay. These are really, really weird controls. These are really weird. There's much better versions of Quake, by the way. There is no sound effects. There is just... The music is like... What the hell is that? Alright, so... I don't know. Yeah, I know you could jump across, but how do you run? Alright, I don't need to run. It just happens. Cool. This is a... What the hell is that sound? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm gonna... Yep, this is unplayable. Okay, great. I've had enough. It sounds like it's using the Atari 2600 sound chip for the special effects, for the audio effects, I mean to say. What is this? This is... I mean, it's actually running pretty solid, if that says anything. Alright, that's Quake for the Sega Saturn via emulation, and it's not good. It's not good. Alright, so this is Street Fighter Alpha 2 running on RetroArch. And this is the Sega Saturn version of Street Fighter Alpha 2. The Sega Saturn was actually known for being vastly superior to the PlayStation 1 for 2D fighting games and 2D in general. And for arcade fighters and ports like this, it was the place to go to. So, here we are. This is Street Fighter Alpha 2. I actually played this on the Super Nintendo as well. There was actually a port that Capcom made, which they squeezed every ounce of life they could have out of the Super Nintendo. But anyway, that's besides the point. We're just gonna go in. Running beautiful. Looks fantastic. No lag whatsoever. The controls are responsive. Don't mind me sucking. Phenomenal. Sound is pretty good. I mean, it's compressed, but I think that's how it originally sounded. But this is... I could play Street Fighter on this Sega Saturn emulator all day. And again, no settings were touched here. And it's maintaining a solid 60. Yeah! I'm having too much fun with this. I'm having too much fun with this. I need to stop. I need to stop. Alright. So, that's some pretty awesome 2D emulation of the Sega Saturn. Alright, so after I had to do a little bit of tweaking, this is now Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy running on Yuzu, which is an emulator for the Nintendo Switch. It was weird because it was only having the CPU run at 90%, the virtual CPU. So I was only getting 27 FPS in this game. And once I turned it up to 100, it runs, it seems, at full speed. But I haven't really played it yet, minus getting into the first stage. So let's go and play a Switch game. Yeah, this is running good. Kind of a weird little music glitch there. But yeah, this is running fantastic. I didn't realize that Switch emulation of any sort was this on point already. But yeah, Nintendo, it's time to release a new consoles, because this should make you nervous. Anyway, moving on. Again, these are all stock settings. I have not touched anything. I just literally picked Soul Calibur and am playing it as is. I like the border. God, I have not played this in a long ass time. Running at a solid 60. Super crisp visuals. This looks fantastic. Plays fantastic. I used to be a boss at this game, but that was back in 1999. Again, this is very illegal, and I refuse to have a link to this product, but I'm actually kind of impressed with it. I'm not gonna lie. Alright, let's try a little bit of Wii U emulation. Now, you're seeing some games up there that you probably want me to try right away, but I am not going to for obvious reasons. So let's see. This is actually a banger, Tekken Tag Tournament 2. Let's see how this runs. If it runs. Let's see how Wii U emulation is on here. The frame rate is... Alright. Oh! Woo! Listen. Your breasts look dated. Let's go. Alright, we're at 60. We're at 60. Oh, shit. Show them what's up, baby. This is smooth. How come I can't grab? Man, that is smooth. This is impressive. This is Wii U emulation. Solid 60. I have to... And I had to tweak 0 settings. That was pretty impressive. Wii U emulation. I wish I could show you Nintendo games, but you guys know the deal. So... here are some PlayStation 4 games. But are they really PlayStation 4 games? Let's find out. Let's play a banger known as Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. I think you may have heard of it before. It's a little bit sick. It's a game that for some reason I could go to it with the gamepad, but to actually play it, I need to use the keyboard, which I'm sure I could fix with some setting in Launchbox, so please don't be gentle on me. So look at this excellent PlayStation 4 emulation. Man, it's smooth. It's weird. Man, how do they get it to run PlayStation 4 games so well? I mean, we're just at the menu. Now, like I said, the first time I did this, it crashed. So that's why I'm kind of... Listen. Oh my god, my gourd is empty! And, well, those RDNA 12 compute units that are built into the 6900HX Ryzen processor are doing well right now. Come on. Yeah, he's dead, right? Listen, I want pellets. I need my pellets. Alright, so I'm not going to waste any more time with this game. As you see, it is just the PC version of Sekiro, and my PC, even with integrated graphics, is more than capable of running it at 1080p. Excuse me. Very curious to see how this game performs. This is my first PlayStation 3 emulation experience. I am a PlayStation 3 virgin. Emulation version. Sure, I could get this to run at 60. We are at 100% on the RDNA 2. Seeing a couple glitches here and there, but... Alright, so this is definitely playable. I mean, it has a couple glitches, which again, I'm sure if I had it on a different platform, but... I could play the original PlayStation 3 Demon's Souls on here.
What do you even say about this thing? What do you even... Look, the best is, they say it has PS4 games on here, like it has a good PS4 emulator. It's not PS4 games, it's just PC games that they pirated. That are on the PlayStation 4 too, like Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice, God of War. I cannot believe They just flat out have those games on here shamelessly. You could get this in different places. I'm not gonna put links to it for obvious reasons. It goes for like 89 to 120 bucks. These controllers are garbage that it came with. What amazes me about this the most is that they dare sell it as a console. This is not a console. It's literally a hard drive that you need a computer to make it into a console. And what gets even more baffling about it is how brazen the piracy is on here. They have a Switch emulator, which I know in Switch emulation, Yuzu has existed for a while. They have both The Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom, which essentially just came out on here. And I can play Tears of the Kingdom at like 60 FPS. Look, the problem is, and the reason why these devices exist, is because the game industry, again, look, people just want cheap, free games, okay, or close to free. They want to pirate the games for the sake of saving money. And it's also because, look, the games on here, even the pirated ones, so long as this hard drive doesn't crap out, you have them forever. Again, I'm not condoning them having like brand new Switch games and PlayStation 4 games. That's straight up piracy, and that's not even really about game preservation, but eventually it will be. And the thing is, those games are on here forever. You clone this hard drive over to an SSD, you could keep the games forever. You have them on a platform or you have them on a game service, you probably aren't going to have them forever. You're essentially paying for a lease. And so long as that's the direction that the gaming industry is going in, devices like these are going to keep popping up. But this is not a game console. It's not. For all the people who see it on Amazon or wherever and think that, oh wow, that's a nice starter game console, this is a hard drive. Has cool RGB lighting though. That's I don't know what, I probably shouldn't have kissed that. Lord knows where that's been. But this is Rich of Review Tech USA signing out. Don't buy that crap. Just buy birds instead.